What's up guys, Nightingale here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering something pretty cool and exciting here going on with Stream and the channel. And that is, we're going to be talking about the road to Twitch partner. So you might have seen this in the title, or you've clicked the command on Twitch chat and you're now here on the video and you're wanting to see what is up. Now, why I'm doing this is so that I don't have to repeat myself a bazillion times over. As much as I would love to talk about it, there's just going to be some cases and some times where I just can't cover this over and over again. But I wanted to make a video so that I could start sharing with you about some things that are going to be coming here in the near future, and to also just help give you guys some excitement of some things to look out for, as there are some cool stuff on the horizon, especially if we can achieve Twitch partner. Now, with that, let me just go ahead and say, no, I have not applied for partner, and no, I do not have the ability to apply for partner yet. But right now, with the way the analytics are going and the direction and the curve, the way things are looking, we're going in the right direction for it. It could be soon. Honestly, I would like to say hopefully by summer, we should be able to have it. But again, here's the thing. Just because I apply doesn't mean I will be able to get it. I could be rejected for whatever reasons, but hey, at least we're going to give it a shot and we're going to keep at it until we eventually get it. And if we never are able to get it, that's fine too. I'm not here trying to fish for subscriptions or anything like that. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of some really cool stuff that's on the horizon. I want to share with you some of my ideas. Now, one last thing I want to share just before we jump into the rest of the video is this, is I don't want people to feel like, oh, well, he's getting bigger, I need to leave. I don't want to hang out here. I don't feel comfortable in this type of community, or it's getting too big for me. No, I really don't want to lose a lot of the friendships and the people that have been coming in and out of chat, and I want to make sure that I do stress this out to everyone. No matter what, no matter how crazy things may get, make sure you feel like you can still be heard. Whether it's hitting me up on Discord, whether it's keep pinging me on chat until I respond, I want to be able to help you guys. And if you have questions or whatever's going on, I want to be able to make sure that I can answer all your questions, no matter how crazy and where things go. So please feel like just because we're going to be hitting Twitch partner or we hit Twitch partner, don't feel like you have to leave the journey from that point. Yes, part of the journey is the end, and some people will move on, and that's fine. I'm not trying to hold everybody here, but I just want you to know that I do really value the time you guys hang out with me. Really, it does mean a lot. So seeing you guys go, yeah, it sucks when you stop showing up, and I'm like, hey, but at the same time, I understand you've got other things you're doing, or life carries on, just stuff happens, and I understand that. So with that being said, let's jump in, and I want to start sharing with you the vision of what I see and what I would like to do upon reaching Twitch partner. So here we go. We've got a lot of really cool stuff that I want to talk about, and we got a couple different variations of milestones depending on where we're at. So first off, the first thing I want to be able to do is try to get a new stream schedule. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to be shifting complete polar opposite schedules. What I want to do here is this. I want to at least try to be able to add at least 1 more hour to my stream daily upon reaching Twitch partner. And the reason I want to do this is as just a way to say thank you and pay you all back for the support you've given me over the years of putting me to the position of being able to get Twitch partner. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot of time because it's only an hour, but for right now, that's probably the best that I can do with my schedule, is to give you guys an extra hour. Whether that's an hour earlier or an hour later or 30 minutes on each side, I'm going to try to do my best to get the streams to start running instead of 3 hours to at least 4 hours for now. And eventually we can try to push that further as things grow and expand. Now, the next thing is this has kind of been a planned thing that I've been wanting to do since the expectations of getting affiliate and then aiming for that Twitch partner was I wanted to have a complete overhaul when the time came to really start putting a theme around the emotes inside of Twitch chat. Because let's be real, what is Twitch without its emotes? Well, it's just literally you hanging out with somebody on a Zoom call, basically, is what it basically amounts to. Or to some of you, it's basically like, well, no, y'all might not be old enough to know what America Online was. But yeah, back in the day, there was chat rooms and all that stuff, and you basically just sit there in the chat room. That's basically what some of it could be. But yes, so Twitch without its emotes, everybody has their favorite content creators' emotes, and I want to try to raise the bar with my emotes so that you guys that do decide to support and get in on the subscriptions or follower emotes, that we have some really awesome themed emotes. Now, with this, I'm going to introduce an original character to you all. And that's going to be a character I've had thought of for quite a very long time. And the emotes are going to be all designed around this original character, which is going to be really, really, really cool. And I can't wait to introduce this to you. Now, let's cover and start talking about what we're going to be doing here. So first off, to me, one of the most important things that we could ever do is get some emotes designed around for the followers. Because to me, the followers are the lifeblood of a Twitch community. Because not everybody has the ability to throw financial support at a streamer. But what they can do is they support them by showing up daily and coming and hanging out and chatting with them. So to me, I want to make sure that we get some emotes designed that are good generic type theme emotes that no matter where you are and what's going on, that you have some way to interact with chat based off of these emotes. So I want to make sure that these get designed very well and that it's generic use for anybody that comes in, that you don't feel like you have to have a certain subscription level in order to have some of the cooler emotes or things like that. No, for the generic aspects of things, whether it be saying hello or whether it's over some hype something going on or something sad's going on or something to have a good laugh about or whatever we decide to come up with for these, I want to make sure that that's available to everyone in this case. So next up is the subscription emotes. Now, this one is going to be a complete overhaul because I feel like right now with my subscriber emotes, while they are great in their own rights, I want to dial them in to be one unanimous theme here. Now, why I want to do this is because right now I feel like I've also got some very duplicate expressions and just things along the line that I feel like I could technically get done better for the long run. So I want to make sure that if you decide to put that type of support into my channel, that you have a great reward and a great source of emotes for all sorts of different applications. But I want to make sure we definitely get more emotes, and I want to get better expressions just in general, overall, for the subscribers. Now, something else I want to do upon hitting Twitch Partner is this. To me, since I've had affiliate, I feel like I have neglected the higher tier subscriptions. And that's partially because, one, I feel weird when somebody puts that level of support in, because it's like, it blows my mind. It really does. It's mind blowing that somebody's like, hey, I'm willing to support you here and thank you for whatever your reasons for it. Whether it's you're buying it just for the emotes to go use in somebody else's chat, or it's because you actually generally want to support the channel. I've neglected this. I've never really done much with this because I've only had a few of these over time, and I'm not here trying to fish for these to be used. But what I want to do is I want to be prepared. I don't want somebody, if I become a Twitch partner, I don't want somebody to click that button and I'm not ready for it. So I want to make sure that your tier, that if you decide to show, I want to make sure that I show my appreciation for your level of support here. So I want to make sure that we get some really good tier 2 and tier 3 subs, and especially that tier 3 sub, because you're going to make that level of support, that's a monstrous monthly support. So I want to make sure that those emotes are totally worth your investment in the stream. So that's something that I'm really going to be working towards and trying to get ready. Now, something that's newer, again, is the animated emotes. So with that, while I do have some pretty cool and fun animated emotes right now, I would like to go ahead and get these unified around the original character. So I've got some really cool stuff planned for these, and I have some really fun expressions, and I'm always open to hear ideas, but I think that we can come up with some really awesome emotes. Now, here's the thing. We only have access right now to 5, but as Twitch typically does, they like to progress, and as things go, Twitch partners typically get more eventually based upon your subscriber points. So hopefully when that day comes, we can keep on adding to them. As long as we can keep up, we will keep adding them. So Next up is the animated cheer emotes. Now, I've been doing a little bit of research on this, and basically from my understanding is this is basically, I'm able to give you guys specific animated emotes based off of what you want to cheer. So everybody can come in and, you can cheer, you can do your Kappa cheer, you can do your feels bat, or what is it? Not like this, or the Pog emote, or whatever it is. You can cheer those. But now, by being partner, I have access to being able to do the cheer version of our own emotes. So I would like to get these designed so that there's always something cool for if you decide to put that level of support. Never required, never asked for, but if you decide to take that level of support, I want to make sure that we can get some really cool animated emotes that will be really neat to have as part of the overall set. And now, lastly, something else that I feel like I've really neglected since I got the Twitch affiliate is the bit exclusive emotes. Now, this one is, these are some financial investments that, some people have made and some people may want to eventually make, but I feel like I've neglected these emotes and I don't really have things that I found as value. I just was more of filling up the channel, trying to make sure we had more emotes so that for the people who did have that level of support, there was emotes there. But going forward, I want to make sure that these emotes are definitely worth the value that you put into the channel. And that's something I don't want to neglect any further. So upon hitting Twitch partner with this full revamp, and I mean, we're talking a lot of emotes here. This is going to be quite a financial jump for me, but I want to remedy everything here in this one go. So this is definitely going to get remedied, and that's something that I feel is very important here, is because emotes to me in Twitch is a major aspect of showing emotion, because it is just text. But with the right emote, Kappa, you can truly be able to express certain things. Kappa. Remember that. Kappa exists for a reason. You don't always have to be, rude. Nah, just kidding. No, but really though, emotes really can make the difference in how an expression comes across, because text is just that. So I want to make sure we get some really awesome things, and by theming it around this original character is going to help unify and create this overall running theme for the channel, which is, again, to me, part of the process of taking up that production level to the next level. Well, what else do we have that we want to work on as far as achieving partner? So still, in the same vein, upon reaching partner, something else that I want to start putting into production, and this is going to be on my end of things, is I want to start working on a starting soon screen. Now, some of you may say, why are you going to start doing that? Why don't you just start doing that now for whenever it comes? I could if I had the time. Let's be real. But if we hit Twitch partner, I will carve the time out. Whether it be I stay up later or I get up earlier, I will start carving the time to make this happen. What I want to do is, again, raise the production value to the next level. And for me, this baby step is just the starting soon screen. One, it'll allow me to get live and get people started coming in so there's more people ready when we start the stream. Two, we've had a pretty good response from the score that you heard at the beginning of the video. A lot of people were like, wow, that sounds really good. And I mentioned that when I was listening to it on my studio speakers, I'm going, my God, this sounds amazing. This would sound so cool if I could take the time to actually score this out in its entirety, which is something that I will plan on doing in the future. If we get Twitch partner, I shouldn't even say if, when we get Twitch partner, I will take this time to score that out note by note. Now let me just go ahead and put it this way. Those 13 seconds it took me, that you hear there, took me hours and hours and hours of work to get just that little segment done. So now put that into roughly a 5-minute song. That's quite a long time, especially with some of the stuff I have to pen note for note to get some of, say, the percussion or anything in there. As well as I'm also slightly proficient in After Effects. Again, I made that spinning logo hanging out in the back. Why not me come up with something for a countdown timer for stream? That's something else I can do. Again, it just comes down to time and time management. I still want to make sure that I have plenty of time in my available time to be able to have the time to make you guys guides and content and Tiny Tina and stream. So it's going to come down to a time management thing, which is why I say I'm saving it for Twitch partner, because I will carve the time out at that point, because to me, it's very worth it at that point. Right now, leading up to it, I would rather be investing my time in some things that I need to get done prior to that day. Now, Another thing that we want to talk about is the future goals of just 2022. Now, again, we're assuming that we're going to get it this year. And if we don't, then this is just future goals in general. But something that I really want to do is this. I want to get a live 2D art of my original character for stream. Now, what I mean by this is I'm going to jump over actually to my streaming scene here. So you can see that this is what, for those of you who have never been to my stream, for those of you on YouTube, this is what stream normally looks like. The game streamed here, this is just dealing with my guilds, and then that character over there her name is Luna, and she is one of the characters inside of Epic 7. But what I would like to do is actually replace Luna. I know for some of you, you're like, what? Yes, I want to replace Luna with the original character. And by having this character made in Live 2D, it's going to help also bring some actual life to me on this side of the screen. And plus, I have some things later on that I would love to incorporate as well. Also, that run failed. How bad did that actually happen here on video? But let's go back to this. So yes, I would love to be able to find somebody that could get this thing rigged and get it set up or whatever it actually ends up needing to be so that this could actually be something to happen on stream. I would love to be able to have this character on stream with us every single day because I've got something further planned. So that takes us to the next slide, which is the future. And I'm just saying this is general 2022, 2023 goals. Now, this one is majorly financially pending. This one is really going to depend on how well metrics are going, how things are going in just real life, because let's be real, life happens, expenses happen. I've seen all sorts of random expenses happen all up at once, and it sucks. So I'm just saying financially pending, these are the goals that I would like to achieve over the remaining of 2022 and all of 2023. This is what I would like to bring as terms of production value. So the big thing here is I would like to get an anime style starting soon intro featuring the original character, voice acted by an actress. So there you go. There's going to be your first and only clue of what my original character is. So yes, it's a female-based character, and my thought process is basically this. I would like to get a scene shot or drawn out, animated out, so a frame-by-frame animation of a 5-minute or whatever the timer's going to be for the score. Well, the score will determine how long the thing will be, and the shot will be done to the music. And it's going to have like this story going through it to get you to the end, which will start the stream. So that's going to be one of my goals, is to get this done. Now, this is going to take a lot of time, and this is going to be quite expensive to have done. But to take it a step further, I had an idea to add a couple voice lines in along the way to help bring some life to the character. And I have an idea for the voice actress that I would love. There's a voice actress that I absolutely adore her voice. Whenever she's in animes, it just makes me smile. I love the way her voice sounds, and it actually fit the concept for what I had designed for this character. So, being that I'm in the music industry, I kind of understand the process of hiring talents, so I'm going to go through the proper ways and see if I can't hire this actress in order to do these voice lines. I think it'd be a really neat addition. Now, obviously, I could be turned down just as easily because they may or may not want to be affiliated with something like this because, again, everybody has the ability to refuse a offer. You don't always have to take it because you're getting paid. But I will keep going with the idea until I find somebody that will eventually do this. I have a concept of how I like the voice to sound, but in the end, I do have a general overview of who I think I would love to have at it. And I do have a couple backup options. There's a couple other voice actresses that have that vibe of what I'm after, but I have one very, very specific, and I would love to be able to have her, and I'll let that be a surprise for the day that ever happens. Okay, so with that, I also want to be able to do an anime ending screen with the original character. Now, in this concept, my basic thought is this. I would love for this to basically either be she will sign off for me, or it'll be an addition type thing at the end, but I have an idea to be able to have an ending screen with this original character. And because I'm already that deep into it, I might as well get a be right back screen made, because let's be real, eventually these streams will be longer than 4 hours, or phone calls come up, or doorbell, or you gotta go to the bathroom, or you're starving, or you need to stretch, whatever reason that I need to pop up a screen, I want to go ahead and, since it's going to be animated by the same person, to get all these major things taken care of at this point, that I get this be right back screen animated at this point. This is going to be very, very expensive, but I think the production quality of this is going to be absolutely huge in the end. So next up is, this kind of goes back to that live 2D thing, is new OC based notifications. Now, there can be multiple levels of this. First off, it can just be basic small animations, or like 1 second loops of things if we ended up having to go like that. But wouldn't it be cool if I could get it to be done something around with the live 2D character, to be able to have alerts that actually are triggered and react based off of the OC. So my thought is have it to where if maybe it's able to have its mouth move to where it would trigger off a movement for thank you for following, or thanks for joining our quest, or whatever we ended up wanting it to say, or thanks for subscribing, thanks for the subscribing on YouTube, make sure hopefully they didn't forget to, make some cool banter or something to go on with this, and have the voice actress that we hired to do the original voice lines do the voice lines for this at the same time. So I think this would be really, really cool, but also to be able to trigger off notifications to help add another level of production to this. Now, I don't know if this is going to be possible, but this was a concept that I had and I wanted to share it with you. Well, we got a couple little things left to talk about, and this is just beyond 2022. So this is assuming we've hit it, but this is what's going to come up later. So the big thing really here is full-time content creation. Now, this is going to only and really and only truly depend on metrics. Let's be real. The world revolves around money, and money doesn't grow on trees, and my graphic card can't stay up Bitcoin mining 24/7. So, metrics are going to have to rely on this. Someday, I would love to be honored to be able to make content for you guys full time. But I'm not asking that of anybody. If it happens, it happens. I would love to do it. Now, with that, whatever we can do, and no matter what goes on, I'm never going to stop making content, but I would love to strive to that point, to be able to hang out with you guys more. So, as a future goal, I would love to be able to make that as one of them. But, again, I'm perfectly okay. I can go out and I can always have this running as a part-time thing and change around schedules and make, other career choices. Now, next up, as another long term, because things are going to be very expensive to do some of this in the beginning, I would eventually love to get around to making seasonal themed original character. And by this means is whatever themes happen to be going on around the year. Maybe it's summertime. Let's maybe make it more of a beach theme OC, or let's make it Halloween, or Christmas, or New Year, or Easter, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, you name it, whatever holiday theme that we may come up with, or just themes in general. Maybe we can come up with something cool to be able to change that. I would love to be able to have some themes to change those along the way. And then same thing is I would also like to bring in season theme emotes. Now, the reason for this is because, again, things change throughout the year, so I would love to be able to give you guys that as well. But that's also very expensive to do, especially when you're talking the level amount of emotes I have to make in one sitting. This would not be possible in the beginning. This would take a lot of money to be able to get all that done in one actual sitting. Then finally, the last thing I would like to be able to do is slowly add in more diversity in games, in both on Twitch and on YouTube. Now, the reason why I say this is because I'm not trying to get out of saying I want to stop doing Epic 7 or I want to do other things. Honestly, I have a lot on my plate right now with Epic 7. We've got a lot of stuff that I still want to do, especially for the new players. I'm wanting to get these guides redone to a better standard to help you all out, especially the Epic 7 community, because it's something I want to do. So I have a lot on my plate, so therefore I can't go out and be exploring the new gacha games really, unless it's popped up on stream just on the side and that's it, but I can't go actually devote time to that because I've got things that I need to do inside of Epic 7. Just like with Tiny Tina, I've got a small chunk of time that doesn't take a lot of time for me to be able to record that little segment a day to be able to get that on YouTube for those there. But by hitting Twitch partner, it's something that I would like to look at, is start getting a little bit more diversity out there, because if you guys do say, hey, go check out this game, let's go see this, or have you played this, or look at this new game, I can't believe this just dropped and this thing's so amazing, I want to share it with you all. I want to be able to take that time to do that, but right now I've got so much on my plate with Epic 7 that I can't do that. But that's why I'm saying in the future I would like to get myself to a point where I can have those experiences with you all, because I'm going to be honest, there are a few experiences that I've had in just my general gaming life over, let's say, the last 10 years that I wish, and I mean I really wish, were captured. And some of them in the last 5 to 7 years, there were some that are absolutely priceless that I wish were on film of some sort, because they were priceless and absolutely hilarious moments that would have just made you guys roll. So that way, I know we're going to have just as many of those types of moments in all sorts of games. But it's something we got to work towards in the future. Right now, I've got a lot on my plate, and I'm super excited for what we have to share inside of Epic 7. So again, I just want to take a second and just say thank you again to everyone for all the support you have been showing me, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Really, it does mean the world to me, and how supportive you all have been, and you guys coming and hanging out day in and day out and sharing your support and your stories and everything, and us growing together inside of games. It really does mean the world to me, and I am excited for the future and the journey here, no matter where we are. We've got a lot to do. And there's a lot of experiences that we still have left to have, and there's just so much that I cannot wait. We've got so many cool things that are just coming about hitting partner. I can't wait to share all this stuff with you, and you to be able to see it, and to see your reactions to what all is going to be done, and the looks of the characters and the emotes, and then start seeing them show up and seeing your reaction to the original character and just all of that. I can't wait to see how that's going to go and to watch things grow and thrive from that. We've got an amazing year ahead of us, and I am truly excited to see where things are going to go inside of Epic 7. I'm excited to see where things are going to go on YouTube. I'm excited to see where things are going to go on Twitch. I can't wait to experience all this with you. And seriously, thank you all so much, really from the bottom of my heart, on the support you all have thrown this way. And here's to the next segment of our career, really. If we want to get down to it, it's basically what this is going to turn into, or what we're hoping to turn it into, is another type of career. So you guys seriously take care, enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.